BBC News. Hello, I'm Eileen McHugh. The Austrian Chancellor Sebastian Kurz has resigned days after being placed under investigation in a bribery scandal. He stood down after his coalition partners, the Greens, withdrew their support, describing him as unfit to govern. Mr Kurz denies claims he used government money illegally. Bethany Bell reports from Vienna.
Mr Kurz said he was stepping aside to prevent chaos and ensure stability. He's being investigated for allegations that he used government money to pay a newspaper group to publish polls favourable to his party. Mr Kurz, who said he would fight to clear his name, has proposed the current Foreign Minister Alexander Schallenberg as his successor. The move appears to have averted the collapse of the coalition government. The leader of the Greens, Werner Kugler, who earlier said Mr Kurz was unfit to govern, said the resignation was the right step.
The Taliban say they've agreed with the United States to uphold their peace agreement negotiated last year. The two sides held their first face-to-face talks in Doha since the militants seized control of Afghanistan in August. The deal includes a pledge by the Taliban to prevent Al-Qaeda from operating in its territory. Hugo Lawrence is a former US ambassador to Afghanistan.
We're in a damage control situation. Democracy has died in Afghanistan, but we retain interest in Afghanistan, and we need to work with the Taliban as best as we can, particularly with our allies, with the United Kingdom, with our NATO allies, with other stakeholders, China, Russia, to try to advance a multiplicity of interests that we have.
The daughter of a Paraguayan state governor and 3 other people have been killed by unknown gunmen near the border with Brazil. The attack happened after Ailea Acevedo and her friends left a party in the early hours of Saturday. Police say more than 100 gun and rifle shots were fired at the car. Leonardo Rocha reports.
The incident is part of a turf war between wealthy and influential Brazilian and Paraguayan families who control smuggling and drug trafficking operations in the area. Almost 100 people have been murdered this year in the border area between the Paraguayan state of Amambai and Mato Grosso do Sul in Brazil, while in the rest of Latin America most of the victims of gang warfare come from poor backgrounds. Those being targeted there are part of the local elite.
Police in Guatemala have rescued 126 migrants from inside a shipping container abandoned by the side of a road. A police spokesman said they heard knocking and desperate cries for help coming from the container as they approached. Most of the migrants were from Haiti, which is currently suffering an economic and political crisis. A few were from Nepal and Ghana. This is the latest world news from the BBC. There have been clashes between Italian police and protesters in Rome during a demonstration by thousands of people against the extension of the coronavirus health pass to all workplaces. Some demonstrators, including members of far-right groups, attempted to storm the office of the Prime Minister, Mario Draghi, while others attacked the main trade union headquarters. Police used water cannon and tear gas to disperse them. La Palma Airport in the Spanish Canary Islands off northwest Africa is operating again after a 2-day closure caused by an erupting volcano. The Canaries airline Binter said it had resumed flights after the weather improved and an ash cloud cleared. But the danger from the Cumbre Vieja volcano remains almost 3 weeks after its initial eruption. A Colombian nun kidnapped by Islamist militants in Mali in 2017 has been freed. The Malian Presidential Office described the release of Gloria Cecilia Varares as the culmination of 4 years of sustained efforts by the intelligence services. Kat Wiener reports.
Sister Gloria was taken hostage by the Masina Liberation Front, a group linked to Al-Qaeda, while working as a missionary in the southern city of Kutiala. There were sporadic reports about her over the years. Then in March, her brother received a signed letter from her via the Red Cross, confirming she was alive. Photos posted by the Malian presidency on Saturday showed the Franciscan nun dressed in yellow robes and a headscarf, smiling as she met the interim president, Assimi Goïta. The presidency did not say whether any ransom had been paid to secure Sister Gloria's release.
A vegan food blogger from the Netherlands has won this year's World Porridge Making Championship. Miriam Groot beat off international competition with a dish combining pinhead oatmeal, mushrooms, white wine and lemon zest, all rolled in breadcrumbs. The annual contest, normally held in Scotland, has gone online during the pandemic. BBC News.